What's up, everybody? It's Comedex, and the wait is over. War of the Spark is finally here. Definitely one of the most exciting Magic sets to be released in a long time. But without further ado, I would like to hop into my very first sealed of the set. I'm incredibly excited to see what I open here. Let's find out. Alright, so we have two Simic rares, so that is immediately going to be what I check. First thing, we have Bioessence Hydra. 5 mana, 4/4 trample. When it enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it for each loyalty counter on planeswalkers you control. And whenever one or more loyalty counters are put on planeswalkers you control, put that many +1/+1 counters on Bioessence Hydra. So this thing can be massive very quickly if you have a lot of planeswalkers. And then we have Roalesque Apex Hybrid. It is a 5 mana 4/5 flying trample. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, and when it dies, proliferate and proliferate again. That seems absurd in sealed as well. At worst, it is a 5 mana 4/5 flying trample. That's pretty exceptional. There's also Narset's Reversal. I'm not sure how certain I feel about that. That's probably okay because there's going to be a decent amount of just instant sorcery removal spells. So this is kind of like 2 mana, postpone their removal spell and cast it against them for now. Might be okay. There's Command the Dread Horde, which is a really nice black card. Choose any number of creatures and planeswalkers in graveyards. You get dealt damage equal to their total converted mana cost, and then put them on the battlefield under your control. So we'll definitely see what's in the pool to see what we can support here. And then there's Karn's Bastion, which is a land, taps for a colorless, or you can spend 4, tap it to proliferate. So that could be really good if the Simic thing works out, because these are both things that care about loyalty counters and +1/+1 counters. So that's some proliferate shenanigans right there. There's also Solar Blaze, which is kind of like a Wrath-style effect in Boros. That one deals damage to each creature equal to that creature's power. So we'll go ahead and see what we've got in our colors in commons and uncommons. So in white, it looks like we have Wanderer's Strike, Exile Creature Proliferate. That's pretty exciting. Sunblade Angel's pretty cool. It's got a lot of abilities on a little flyer. But I'm actually just going to mainly look at blue and green here because that's what I'm most excited for. So Tamiyo's Epiphany seems great. Jace's Triumph seems alright. Kasmina Enigmatic Mentor. That is a 4 mana planeswalker with 5 loyalty. Spells your opponent's cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast, and she -2s to make a 2/2. That seems alright. That's basically like 4 mana 2/2/2s if you protect her well. Oh, and they draw a card and discard a card? That's probably alright. I think definitely if we end up in blue-green, we're absolutely going to run both of her, just because both of our rares kind of care about us having planeswalkers because Roalesque proliferates and the Hydra gets a bunch of counters for planeswalkers. So that seems pretty cool. Bond of Insight seems okay. Each player mills 4, and then you get 2 instant sorceries from your grave to your hand. All this other stuff seems pretty average. A flyer that can get bigger, we've got 3 copies of it though, and it does get +1/+1 counters for the second spell, so that works great with Proliferate. Stealth Mission seems like a really good card. 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Those stay forever, and that creature can't be blocked this turn, so that can just assassinate a planeswalker or just do lethal to your opponent out of nowhere. Skulker seems like it'll probably be good and limited. Just a 3/5 body that can end the games later if it turns into a board stall. Just make your creatures unblockable. And Dam Breaker could be good if we've got the proliferate kind of thing going on. So let's see what we got in green. I'm trying to pay attention to what I have in black while I skim through here, but I'm not really going to talk about it. I'm just going to see while I skim through if black looks insane or anything. And it doesn't. It looks pretty good, but that's fine. And same with red. Red also just looks alright. So in green we have 2 Pollen Bright Druid. That's probably going to be great in the style of deck we're trying to play. Because it can proliferate or just put a counter on itself. Those are both pretty relevant. Bond of Flourishing. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Reveal a permanent from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on bottom, and you gain 3 life. That seems really good. That's just a nice little draw spell. I like that. Arboreal Grazer, not the most exciting. It's just a blocker, just a 0/3 reach blocker, but it can accelerate your mana, so that's interesting. I don't really know how I feel about it. Giant Growth is always alright. Just a little combat trick there to get your opponent out of nowhere. Arlen is going to be an auto-include, because she comes in with 7 loyalty, so she's just a big old planeswalker to work with our rares. Evolution Sage seems great. That is definitely going in as well. So it seems like green-blue, just like +1/+1 counters and proliferate could definitely work. But let's see what we have in multicolor here. Death Sprout's very exciting. It does require double black, so I don't know how likely that is to happen. Kiora seems kind of perfect. Blue-green hybrid planeswalker that comes in with a whole lot of loyalty. That is what we're looking for. And if we have a lot of 4 or more power creatures, we can draw a bunch of cards off of her. So that's cool. I don't know if Ashiok is worth running. The only thing that he does in our deck is just mill our opponent a lot of cards. If we can protect him really well, we can mill them a lot of cards. But we only have the 1 copy, and it will be our only mill card. So the question is, how worth it will it be to just be running another Planeswalker in our deck? Like, how much Proliferate will we have? Because if we have enough Proliferate, we could potentially make Ashiok insane. We also just have to be very good at protecting him. And then here in the artifacts, it looks like just some Iron Bullies could be okay with a lot of Proliferate. And then Mana Geode and Prismite would be good if we're trying to splash into 3 colors, but I think I'm going to try to just keep it Simic for now. So now I'm just going to go through, basically go back to all the cards, put in, just kind of build a deck here, really. I'm not going to talk too much during this part, because I kind of did mention most of what I wanted to mention. Oops, what is this? Band together. Up to 2 creatures you control deal damage equal to their power to another creature. Oh, that's nice. That's just a straight-up removal spell most of the time. Alright. Primordial Worm probably okay. Crocodile okay. I don't know about Forced Landing. Alright, Dam Breaker for sure. Skulker for sure. Both the Chasminas, Epiphany, Triumph, the Drakes. This is 41 cards here. Let's go ahead and change the back and change the way we're viewing. There it is. Deck layout is what we want to change, because we want to pay attention to mana costs here. Make sure our deck isn't too expensive. Stealth Mission's probably good. Relentless Advance seems pretty weak as you're only a mass card. It's just a 4-mana 3/3. It could be alright with a bunch of Proliferate, because it does have counters on it, but I think we probably don't want that. Archetype's Reversal is a pretty difficult mana cost, so I'm not super sure about that. It does look like we have more green than blue in here, and all of our blue stuff only requires 1 blue mana. So I'm not sure how I feel about a 2-mana double blue with this mana base. I mean, the card does seem decent, at the very least. Alright, let's go through here and cut a couple cards. I do like New Horizons here. The mana costs seem like, in general, pretty high, even if we do cut just some high mana costs in here. Maybe this Award Scale Crocodile. This is pretty good with any counters on it, so it's good with Band Together, it's good with, or not Band Together, it's good with Stealth Mission, and it's good with New Horizons. And then if we get to proliferate the counters on it, it could be good, but I don't really know how I feel about 3 toughness at 5 mana. It is another power 4 or greater creature, though, to go with the Kiora, so that's pretty good. Maybe we don't want the Centaur Nurturer, because we do have Kiora plus New Horizons. Both of these cards ramp and work well with Proliferate, whereas this just ramps and blocks some stuff. It does gain life too. It is a really good blocker. I'm going to have a difficult time cutting these last couple cards, and I'm probably going to do it wrong. So let's see, how many creatures do we have in general here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 11, 12, 13, 14, only 14 creatures? That makes me want to maybe cut some non-creature stuff here more highly. Also, how many creatures do we have that have power 4 or greater? Because Kiora might not even be that great in here, which is unfortunate, because she's very cool. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 creatures with power 4 or greater. I don't know how worth it Kiora is. She does still get to untap stuff, which is good. She is another Planeswalker for the Bioessence Hydra. Unfortunately, we didn't get any Planeswalkers with plus abilities to make a whole lot of use out of the secondary ability of the Bioessence Hydra, but I think that, yeah, that works when it enters the battlefield as well. So if I just cast Kasmena, then the Bioessence Hydra will have 5 loyalty on it. Because it gets those counters whenever they're placed. So when you place it, you place 5 counters on it. Which sounds pretty busted, but you have to think, like, it enters with plus and plus 1 counter for each loyalty counter on the Planeswalkers you control in the first place, so it's already going to get that many counters if you just had Kasmena out the turn before you played him. It gives you just as many if you play her the turn after. Alright, I am really having a hard time figuring out what to cut here. So I guess probably Kiora, unfortunately. Not a whole lot power 4 or greater, and maybe we do actually have a lot of 4 mana cards, so we could take Centaur Nurturer out. I don't really know like what's best and what's worst in this format yet. I think I'm gonna roll with this. We're gonna try this out and see how it goes. We're gonna change that art to Roalesque Apex Hybrid, and I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and put that Karn's Bastion in there to work with our +1/+1 counters and stuff. And we have more green than blue. We don't even have a blue card till 3 mana, so I think it's okay to take 1 more island out, put 1 more forest in. Bam. Have that be the mana base. And you know what? How often do you get to play with Planeswalkers? A lot in this set, but not that often in any other, so I'm actually just going to shove Kiora back in there just because I like her so much. And I'm going to go ahead and take out... Let's just take out the temporary pump spell. And run it like this. This is definitely not the ideal version of the deck, but it is my very first time with this format, so I hope it's at least good enough for that. Let's see how it goes. Alright, we've got Karn's Bastion with a Pollen Bright Druid and a New Horizons on turn 3 to make sure that we have the mana we need to cast Bioessence Hydra and Skulker and stuff. I like this hand. Alright. Looks like a Thunder Drake on turn 4 now. That could be good. Alright, Pollen Bright Druid, we are just going to put the counter on it. And I like this background a lot. I actually didn't even notice all the stuff going on in the background when I saw people streaming this. The music is great too. This is very nice. This is very war style. Ooh, Evolution Sage? This could be so good if I top deck a land. Because then I can play Pollen Bright Druid with a counter on itself, and then whenever I play a land, both of them are getting bigger. That just seems tremendously good. I should probably just cast New Horizons here to make sure I can cast things. But the upside of going Evolution Sage into land is very high. Opponent does also have a flyer, so I do want to have my Thunder Drake out soon here. I'm going to New Horizons a forest. We are going to do the safe plan. I will go on and attack here. I don't expect them to be able to amass a whole lot, and the fact that they take that trade makes me pretty happy. Unfortunately, we won't be able to proliferate our guy into anything much bigger, but we did get to get rid of the flyer. But now we see why they took the trade. They wanted to make sure that Ral could survive. So that's a problem. They get to scry every turn, so they're going to just draw better than us. And they can double their instants and sorceries. That's pretty scary. I'll go ahead and play the Thunder Drake out. Scry again. That is a +2, actually, so Ral's insanely hard to kill. He can +2 every turn. Unfortunately, I can't cast this Evolution Sage and play the land when I have a counter on something, because if I play it now, nothing has a counter until after I play the land, and if I play Pollen Bright Druid first, then I don't have the mana to do the Sage without playing the land, so I'm not going to get any value off of this land, proliferate-wise. But I do get to cast 2 spells this turn to put another counter on the Thunder Drake. So I can make the Drake pretty big here, and hopefully this is just a big old scary threat here. I'm going to attack Ral. And the reason I'm attacking Ral is because he makes it so any removal spell that they draw is 2 removal spells in 1. So I think I have to just kill him as fast as possible. I could go after their face, in which they go down to 16.
You're not gonna.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. Now they're gonna have, like, a crazy turn. Yeah, just drawing 4 cards off that one spell. This is pretty bad. But Ral is down to 2, so it is going to be very hard for them to allow him to survive here. So yeah, had I not attacked Ral, Ral would still be at 6, so I couldn't even kill him in one swing after this turn. However, they could still have a way to deal with Thunder Drake. That would suck a lot. Alright, luckily they don't, but they get rid of the Proliferate guy, which is probably okay, because I don't have any... I'm actually just going to keep the Druid. I don't have any more lands in my hand anyway. Alright, I think I'm going to take Ral out here. Then probably play Bioessence Hydra, just a big old trampler. Let's finish off Ral. Poke them for 1, because I'm not going to chump block the 3/5 just yet.
Yeah, even I make errors sometimes.
We're going to play the Trampley Hydra. This music is great. Ooh, that card is sick. That's 6 power and 7 toughness off that one card. Just split up amongst the 2 dudes. That's pretty nice. Play just a big old Primordial Worm and hope it's bigger. Or I could play my own Skulker. Start poking him with it. Oh yeah, we've got the Thunder Drake. I can just poke him in the air. Yeah, let's just go for it in the sky. Make another Thunder Drake and just start getting in there. I could have played the Primordial Worm just to make sure I have really good blockers on the ground. Contentious Plan. That's going to put a counter onto their zombie army. That would have been great in my deck, but unfortunately I did not open any of those. Another Contentious Plan. Opponent has a lot of card draw. It is very nice. I like my opponent's deck quite a lot. Alright, let's see what we got here. So if they have anything that amasses at instant speed, that's going to be pretty bad for me. I think I kind of want to take out the Skulker, since it can get unblockable later. This is kind of a hard choice. I probably should have just played Primordial Worm and stayed defensive here. I could also just block and have a creature survive and then just chump block 4 damage, take 4. It's probably okay. Just play Primordial Worm next turn. And then attacks are a lot harder for them. Unless they have a way to kill it or counter it immediately. Alright, they're just going to shoot the Hydra down. Tamiyo's Epiphany. I do not think that this is the time for that. We're going to play the Worm. We're at 10, so if they attack with everybody, I can only block that and I take 7. That's pretty dangerous. If I attack with both of these, I put them down to 9. They're not just dead next turn. Probably have to keep one of these back. I kind of want to just keep the 4/5 back. That is pretty bad if they amass again, though. Well, actually, no, that's probably fine. If they amass this less than 2, I can just block that, and then block that and take 3. Yeah, I'm just going to send in the Thunder Drake here. I'm going to play it real defensive. This may be a little bit of an overcorrect from last turn, where I should have just played that Primordial Worm last turn and played defensively. Oh, that card is so good. Callous Dismissal, the new Mana War. Wow, and turn my Worm into a 1/1. Seems good. Alright, we got 6 mana. Don't think my deck has any answer to this right now. So I could play Arlen and just have a 3/3 out. In which case I block, I just die. I just die no matter what. They have Ashios Skulker. But I can Epiphany first just in case. Just in case I got anything. There's a Band Together. I could get a Band Together in a land. Then I can shoot the Skulker, because this will be a 3/4. Or wait, no, that thing is 5 toughness. It's not a 3/3, it's a 3/5. I could shoot the Crunch. Alright, this game is over. Let's just see what's coming up after those 4, just for fun. It was lands. Alright, well, I do think I could have played that a little better. Probably should have played more defensively with that Worm. But I do think I was just destroyed by a better deck and a better opponent there. That was a very impressive build. Alright, heading into round 2. Alright, we got Pawnbright Druid on turn 2 into Casmina or Thunder Drake on turn 4. It's not a perfect curve, but it's a curve. Just nothing at 3. It's like I'm missing a 3-drop and a 5-drop, but maybe we can get there. Maybe we can pick those up. Opponent has nothing on turn 2, so that makes me a little happier about my hand. Teo's Light Shield. That is a 1/4 blocker. Holy dang. The wall has been placed. Well, I'll play my own littler wall. It's a little spider wall. It's pretty freaky looking. Alright, Flux Channeler from my opponent. I love that card. That card seems very cool. Can potentially just proliferate a whole bunch throughout a game, especially in Commander with all of the degenerate stuff you can do. You could proliferate like a lunatic. So I could play a 2/2 Wizard, draw a card, discard a card. That could be pretty good right now. That actually seems pretty safe. Like, do I want to play a flyer and try and start bashing them in the air, or do I want to just sit here and start drawing some cards and making some dudes? It's really the question. I guess I'll start poking them. It's probably better to get aggressive, start poking them, and then, now that we've got something that we're actively doing, which is poking them with the Drake, now we can sit here and start drawing cards with these. And then Kazmina also makes anything that they do to try to kill our creatures a little more expensive. Unfortunately, looks like the Thunder Drake is going to die right now. And that double proliferate with Flux Channeler plus Wanderer's Strike is going to be pretty brutal here. That is going to be a 3/6 Light Shield. That can just start bashing me now. They don't even need it as a blocker anymore. Oh, dang. I would laugh if they proliferate so much this game that I just start getting killed by a Light Shield. I kind of want to just play the 3/5 here. I want to have something that blocks that well before I put my Planeswalker out. But yeah, that would be hilarious if they just cast enough non-creature spells this game. Well, this is pretty obvious they're going to play some kind of instant or sorcery to kill my Skulker, but I'm going to make them have it, like a Giant Growth or something. Battlefield Promotion, that'll do it. Puts a +1/+1 counter on it and they gain life. At least I got that thing out of their hand for later in the game. I think I'm going to have to just start chumping that Light Shield now. Wow, this deck is sick.
Much to learn from symbiotic
Ooh.
relationships.
And this might just be, you know, a flaw with my deck of not really having much removal. I just have the one green card that lets me have two of my creatures throw damage at something. But this Flux Channeler is just destroying me. And now that they've used Jang Yanggu to put a counter on Flux Channeler, now they proliferate on all three of these. This is going to be brutal. I really don't know what to do here. Primordial Worm doesn't even block the Light Shield. I'm going to die to a Light Shield. Do I just draw cards here? I think I'm going to play this. It lets me make a chump blocker and loot, so I'm going to do that.
Focus on what matters.
Dam Breaker. No, Primordial Worm actually isn't that insane in comparison to the Dam Breaker. I think I prefer the Dam Breaker, but maybe I should just get rid of Jace's Triumph. Yeah, we'll get rid of Jace's Triumph, actually, because now I Dam Breaker so I can use Kazmina 2 more times. So I'll be drawing cards. Oh my god, they have so much proliferate. Oh, this whole video is just me getting destroyed by awesome decks. I may be getting demolished, but this is awesome, and I'm enjoying it. Are these both just attacking me, actually? Yeah, they don't even care about Kazmina. Does not matter. You can have your tutus, says our opponent. Well, this is tremendously bad. I think I'm just going to take 6. Because literally every turn for the rest of the game, their creatures are going to keep getting bigger, so this can block more than 6 damage later, because I expect that thing to be like an 8/8 very soon. Cura's pretty nice here. We can Cura into Dam Breaker. I don't think we have the mana for that. We have 6 mana. Cost 2 mana to play Cura, because we get to cast her, and then untap a permanent. Dang. Do I just play Cura and then I'm just chump blocking here? Because I really want to draw cards, and I get to draw a card off of both these with Cura. Well, let's make a 2/2 and see if this changes anything. Tamio's Epiphany. I could Cura into Tamio's Epiphany. That's probably the play.
Bet you've never
This
been
is just a
caught by
really,
kraken before.
really bad position.
Nature
I don't know
flies
what to do
with
here. I just gotta sift through my deck and hope for the best. There's a 5-power creature, so we draw a card when we play that at the least. So New Horizons just get some mana. There's a Thunder Drake, which does have flying if I wanted to try to poke them, but I don't have time for that. I just don't think I can do anything against these creatures. My only removal spell is a damage-based removal, so it won't even do enough damage to them. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That is Teferi.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Don't worry, I got this.
Wow, and he just gets to bounce my token out of existence. Alright, well, I'm getting bashed by the 9/12 Light Shield. Oh boy. These are both just attacking my face again. We're going to 4.
Teamwork is strength.
That's another Chasmina. That's actually interesting. I don't think it matters, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have to spend all my mana on this, and then I only have 2 blockers, and the wolf just kills me. Or I could play Ward Scale Crocodile for 5, and then I have 1 mana floating, I untap, I have 1 more mana. So if I draw a 2 mana creature, I could survive this turn. Or actually, I could, if I draw a 2 mana creature, I can survive this turn casting Dambreaker. So we'll do that. Oh no, what am I talking about? Dambreaker lets me play another creature with Chasmina. Alright, let's draw the card first. It's just a land. Okay. Well, confirm. I want that one and that one. Submit 2. Alright. And then we sack her. Draw a card, discard a card.
My students
It's a
are
land.
loyal and brilliant.
We'll play it. We could play a 3-mana card if I untap a permanent, but I don't have a 3-mana card, so we just pass. Because we don't need to remove a counter from her. Alright. Well, we got the 3 chump blockers to not die this turn, unless they have removal.
I will help you through this.
That's more like it.
Alright, they only attack with those. I could block Flux Channeler with everything and try to kill it, but then I die. So I do have to do just the chumpsies. Oh, it's Rolesk! I mean... Proliferate twice when it dies? Maybe? Maybe get there? Probably not, but I can do this, untap a land, and Chasmina for another blocker. Holland Bright Druid? That's interesting. I could make this 8 power, so if they don't have... Actually, they just put a counter on it with Jangyu. Or Jang... I don't know, man. I don't know. With that guy, they could put another counter on, and then I still can't, like, trade there. But I could just play this as a chump blocker. But I get a chump blocker off Chasmina, so we'll get that instead.
One drop ripples and grows.
Alright, show me the money.
Every day
It's a
is
land.
new lesson.
I can't attack, or I'll die. Alright. So I can chump block with Roalesk and the 2-2, and then I proliferate twice to make Dambreaker larger?
Be your best self.
And just hope
we
for the
go.
best there? Unfortunately, Teferi has enough counters to bounce my Dambreaker again next turn to remove all of the counters from it. Alright, so there's the Wolf, the Channeler, and the Light Shield. The Wolf is attacking Kazmina. Okay. I don't really think that changes anything. We're gonna do that. Alright. Proliferate. Submit those three. Submit those three. Alright! Maybe they don't have a way to kill Dawnbreaker? Oh wait, they do. They have Teferi. I could poke Teferi with Dambreaker, but I need 2 chump blockers, so I need the Druid and the 2-2 off Kazmina. Oh my god, am I really gonna stabilize? This format's ridiculous! And I can band together and shoot the Channeler, finally? Oh my god. Alright, let's play the Crocodile. Wait, would I rather just play the Druid and the 2-2? If I play the Crocodile, I get to draw a card and maybe... This is difficult. We're gonna play the Crocodile. Alright, we're gonna play the Crocodile. No way! No! Oh my god! Alright, well... Dang, now that has 13? Oh, I needed that Crocodile out to band together to fight down the... Oh wait, no, I could just fight down the Channeler. What am I talking about? Alright, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just don't get to draw the card off it, which is awkward. I still need the 2-2. It's just an island, so we'll discard it. Now we band together. Kill Channeler. Attack Teferi. Oh!
We will meet again.
End turn. Oh, I'm terrified. What do they got? Oh my god. Finale of Glory for 5 2-2s. I don't know how I survived that one. Oh boy. Alright. Alright. Don't worry about it, man. I got this. Just you wait and see. That's a land. Give me not a land, please, wizard. Thank you, wizard. Now I could just play Evolution Sage in a land and I proliferate, so that's like playing a Pollenbright Druid, except it's slightly bigger. And if I survive somehow, I could proliferate more, but I don't think I survive somehow. Alright, well... Maybe... Maybe... They'll block. Hey guys. So they didn't block. That's a problem. I'm just straight dead on board with no cards in hand, so this is it's looking pretty bad. Alright. They did the attack. -3. That was insane. I should have died. Well, not that I should have, but I thought I was going to die a long time ago, but this format's so crazy. I managed to build up a 10-11 after all that. After chump blocking like 5,000 times throughout the game. Proliferate is super fun. Oh my god. They really gave us all the shenanigans to do with Proliferate now. Last time we played with Proliferate, it was much different back in Scars of Mirrodin. Because it was all about -1/-1 counters and infect counters and charge counters on artifacts and stuff. But now it's all about +1/+1 counters and loyalty counters on planeswalkers. Like, I feel like Proliferate's way more insane this time around. It was still quite fun last time, though. Alright, so this hand's potentially the nuts, but we are against black, so they probably have just a whole bunch of removal. We'll find out. Opponent starts off with a Dreadhorde Invasion. Every turn they lose 1 life and amass 1. And eventually, if that zombie army gets to 6 power, game's pretty much over, because then they start getting lifelink off of the attacks, and then there's not a lot we can do there. So I'm going to cast Jace's Triumph instead of my Paul and Bright Druid here so that I can cast the Druid later to proliferate on stuff. Let's go ahead and draw a couple cards. Bond of Flourishing and a land, that is alright. I think if they attack with the army this turn, I will trade it with the Druid because I just want to do my best to keep it off of 6. And unfortunately, they didn't attack with the army. Okay, so I want to play Casmina into Bioessence Hydra so that I have some loyalty counters out. Problem with doing that, though, is I'm going to have to make a 2/2 to protect her so that I can block both these things, in which case they could shoot her for 1 in the air. So I might actually have to just play her after the Hydra to get all the counters out of it. So maybe I just play Tamio's Epiphany, maybe I Bond of Flourishing and Palm Bright Druid. Taking a turn off here is hard to just like not put another creature out, because then I'm getting poked by the army for sure. But I guess... Wait, I can't block the wolf either, because this only has 2 power. This might be the 0-3. This might be the 0-3. I am going to proliferate onto the Druid, so that way this can block the zombie army or the wolf. Otherwise, I just chump the zombie army, and that's my only choice. I'm going to take the land here. Specifically because I don't think I'm going to have time to play Primordial Worm when I'm playing Hydra and Casmina and all that stuff. Alright. Zombie Army's going to be a 4/4 next turn. I'm probably just going to end up chump blocking it anyway, so... We'll trade off with the wolf. Eternal Taskmaster. When it attacks, they can pay 3 to return a creature from their graveyard to their hand. Wow, that card is straight value. Whew, this format's insane. We gotta just play the Hydra here. No attacks. I'm probably chumping the zombie army with Druid and blocking the Taskmaster if they don't do any kind of removal here. They do have Ob Nixilis's Cruelty for our Bioessence Hydra. Do they have the mana to... Okay, no, it costs 3 mana. That would be pretty busted. I don't have any other creatures now. Need this guy to be around. Get to play a 2/2, draw a card, and discard a card, or I get to play a 3/5. 3/5 blocks the 2/3 pretty well, and then I just trump block the army. Right? Could Arlen and just start putting wolves out. I do have enough mana to play Kazmina and Band together, though, and that's probably the best thing I can do. Try and kill this army before it hits 6. But then I have nothing to deal with the flyer, unfortunately.
War is
But I don't think I can have them...
not be unprepared.
I don't think I can have them start gaining life and just ever have a chance
Under
here.
control.
I'm definitely hoping to draw my Reach Spider, or I'm just gonna die to the flyer instead. And even if I took out the flyer, they could just sacrifice the Taskmaster to get it back and just start swinging again next turn. Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. Alright, that's not very scary at all. We're really just scared about the stuff in the sky. And there's our flyer, Roalesk Apex Hybrid. And opponent scoops. Well, I did not expect that. I think even with Apex Hybrid out, I wouldn't have expected them to scoop, but I could have seen that being the outcome over time. I think we drew basically the only thing that could start to save us there. That was a strange scoop. I guess they just had to go do something. But I'll take it. I thought I was about to be 0-3. I thought it was all over. Sometimes you just get lucky. Sometimes your opponent has to go do something. Who knows? Alright. Well, we have at least got one win now. So I'm not the absolute worst in the universe. I probably still am. But I could try. At least I'm having fun. Dreadhorde Invasion, it's back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a problem. This is not good. Lazotep Reaver, so that zombie army is already a 2/2. And it is just gonna keep getting bigger. So I don't really need to New Horizons right now, because I have a good 4-drop and a good 5-drop, so I can just play those on curve. I mean, it might be worth it just to have a Crocodile that can trade with that army early. Maybe I should have New Horizons? Yeah, I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. I probably should have New Horizons, because then Pollen Bright Druid is a, Then Pollen Bright Druid is a 3/3, which blocks the zombie army at 3. And then I have a Crocodile, which blocks the zombie army at up to 5. I might just double block the zombie army, though. Now that I have Roalesk, if one of these creatures survives, I think I have a pretty good board after this. And now it's got Death Touch, and it's a 5/5, so no one's gonna survive. Holy shit. I'm just gonna have Lifelink next turn. I definitely should have New Horizons, because then I wouldn't have taken that 3 damage last turn. And I wouldn't take this 5 damage this turn, because now I'd have a Crocodile out, so they wouldn't attack here either. So I'd still be at 20 if I played New Horizons instead. So that was a definite big misplay on my part. But it still would not have stopped this zombie army from being a 6-6 next turn, which is also still a big problem. Alright, things are about to go from bad to astronomically mega horrible. So, I mean, at least I get to poke them for a lot in the sky. They do just get to gain it all back immediately, but that's a thing. If they tap out for something, I'm going to double block here. Which sucks, because I'm going to lose my Roll-esque. But it does let me put 2 more counters on Thunder Drake, so at least if Roll-esque is going to die, I'm going to have a 6-7. And unfortunately, they have another Amass card. This deck's insane. I think I got like 3 Amass cards in my black cards when I looked through. Every single card they've cast so far has had Amass, actually. Well, this is pretty bad. Now they just gain astronomical amounts of life. I'm gonna New Horizons into Chasmina so I can put a counter on my Thunder Drake. Let's actually put it on Roll-esque, so if I ever proliferate, I get it on both of them. They're probably not both gonna be around for much longer, but I am gonna just chump block with this Wizard rather than block with any of those.
I may offer my guidance. My students
Karn's
are
Bastion.
loyal
Hey,
and
that's a
brilliant.
thing. That's an actual card right now. So I don't really care about the 1-1 and the 1-2. So I think I'm just going to attack them for 10. This is basically just attacking them for 3, though. Because they're gaining... I guess it's attacking them for 2, because they're gaining 8. But I'm not going to block those little guys. But I guess I could also just not attack, because then I can double block with Roalesque and Thunder Drake, but, like, then what's my plan? I'm facing against 5 actual cards with 2 lands, so I don't think that that's very viable either. Stealth mission is pretty big. That's pretty major, actually. Don't know if it's gonna get us there, but oh wow. Alright. We're trying pretty hard here. We are maximum tryhard right now, so we get to hit them for 12. If I proliferate right now, we hit them for 14. They're at 5. But then they gain 9. I think the plan is to proliferate right now. Next turn... we can possibly, if we're really lucky, stealth mission, land, proliferate. So stealth mission, and then proliferate 2 times thanks to Karn's Bastion plus a land. And maybe that'll be enough damage. Because I get to give Evolution Sage unblockability.
My blades will always strike true.
Unfortunately, they do get to gain 2 more life here, so let's see how much damage we'll have to do next turn to kill them. So we're going to have to do 15. That's 14 in the air. That's 14 in the air! We don't even need to go crazy, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because, oh my god. Alright, they just scooped. They just scooped, because I have Karn's Bastion out, so I could just use Karn's Bastion and win. But, oh my god. I wanted the stealth mission so bad. Stealth mission the Sage, proliferate 2 times after that. Oh, that was crazy. Hand's a little awkward. 2 3-drops is not great and no action after that till turn 6, but I don't like to mulligan. I like to keep my hands. That is another land. Erratic Visionary. 1/3, they can spend 2 mana, draw a card, discard a card. Okay. Seems good. Alright, I'm going to play the Sage here. We're not going to be proliferating, but might as well put a creature on the board. Opponent draws a card, discards a Gleaming Overseer. So they are Grixis. They are Bolas colors. Probably Grixis Amass. Looks like we're facing another Ral.
Over you like a dark cloud. You like the gauntlets? Built them myself.
Alright. Ral's pretty big. You get to scry a lot of cards. Double up any instants and sorceries that are going to happen later. I actually get to attack Ral here, though. Because they can chump with Visionary, or Ral just takes 3.
You're good. Not as good as me, but... The forces of nature can show us many things.
Man, this sounds like some Star Wars music. Like some Revenge of the Sith, like Star Wars prequel music. And I like it. Alright, I can play a Ward Scale Crocodile. Or I could go... go Kiora into Evolution Sage. Yeah, and then that allows me to draw cards when I cast Ward Scale Crocodile.
Sun in the sky, brine on my skin. Great. Let's get moving.
That is not the voice I would have imagined for Kiora, but alright. Well...
Now I'm salty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you hear her? Oh my god. Alright. When that's true, I'm salty too. Evolution Sage is awesome. And was definitely the plan with Arlen. With Kiora and Arlen on board. Well...
Leave my squids alone.
Rest in peace, Kiora. What is gonna defend her the best? Like, Rolesk defends her slightly weaker than Dambreaker defends her. Because Dambreaker defends her on the ground and puts her to 2 loyalty. So I could block their army and then she takes... Oh, and I can't. Their creatures have menace. Kiora's just dead next turn. But also, Roalesk doesn't do anything if I don't have another creature out. Is there any reason to untap a land here? I do not think so. Alright. So, like, the best sequence could be, like, Crocodile, put counters on Crocodile, proliferate on the Crocodile. I'm thinking. Possibly. Alright. At least we drew the one card out of her. She replaced herself. Opponent's got a blast zone.
My experiments are mostly successful, except for that.
So this could potentially just destroy a lot of stuff later. So we gotta keep an eye on that. Alright, attack Kiora with the 5/5. They must not have noticed that their creatures have menace. Actually, no, maybe they want to use this ability really badly. But I'm like, they could have just attacked with literally just the 1/3. Let's see here. Kind of want to roll Esk here. Yeah, Rolesk seems pretty nice. Would really rather their creatures not have menace, but I also want Ral dead at some point. Ral's like so insanely hard to kill though, but like doing 7 to him is a lot. I'm probably not blocking next turn regardless, so I don't need to get rid of the menace right now. Let's just attack Ral. Maybe we're supposed to just attack their face too. Because they're at 27 is a third of their life.
Signs indicate that hurt.
This format is definitely going to be very skill intensive of like knowing when to attack the planeswalkers, when to attack the players, and just this format's insane. I am already like, I know I'm going to lose a lot of my life to this format. I'm going to play the heck out of this. I'm going to do my best to figure this out. Because it is so confusing right now.
Planeswalker, genius inventor. I got it all.
But in an awesome way. Like, I'm comfortable in saying that I don't know for sure looking back on it, but I feel like every game except for like one just felt like insanely crazy by limited standards, which is awesome. I love that feeling of just crazy things happening in a game, like a frickin' 12-13 Tameo shield or whatever, or Teo's shield. Having an opponent with like a 10/10 lifelinker or something and still just killing them in the air with 14 power of flying. Alright, so that was weird. I don't know what's going on here. Kind of would have expected an attack of some kind. There's 7 mana. I can only play one thing. Just play Arlen, make a wolf. I can play Chasmina, and then it makes our creatures harder to target. We don't have enough mana quite yet to play Chasmina and Proliferate, but we will next turn, so I kind of really want to play Arlen and then Chasmina Proliferate next turn. Or just Dambreaker. I'm going to go to combat first. I'm going to see if this attack resolves. And Rel is dead. Alright, they're looting for an answer, so I'm thinking this attack might resolve. Yeah, I'm definitely not attacking. I was gonna say I'm definitely not attacking with Crocodile. Because I can proliferate on it later, and then it's bigger than their army, but unfortunately, had I attacked with Crocodile... Oh wait, no, this doesn't die. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to say, had I attacked with the Crocodile, I could have killed something, because he would get bigger, and he wouldn't just die to the army. But he doesn't get bigger, because this exiles, it doesn't make the creature die, so I don't even get the value out of Rolesk's trigger. So that was pretty sad. Arlen's probably fine here, because then I have 2 creatures to block with, like... Yeah, that's fine. I have enough to block the Menace.
Spirit of the wilds beats in my heart.
Go, my children. Fight.
I thought I already played a land, because it didn't look like it was letting me play a land earlier, but I could be wrong. Oh, that was probably because I was looking at my lands during the combat step. Oh, jeez. Well, no longer able to block the 5, so Arlen is dead. That kind of sucks.
The moon wanes.
Oh, I was really counting on those wolves too to just try and get a lot of permanents out here with counters to get the value out of the Bastion.
I built it myself.
Kasman is probably going to die the second she hits the board. But I want to put more counters on this Crocodile. I want to make this Crocodile bigger, so I really want the Bastion mana.
I see great potential in you. Prove yourself. My students are loyal geniuses.
Stealth mission's pretty sick. Could potentially make this Crocodile just lethal. If this game lasts forever, I don't expect it to last that long, but maybe. But yeah, we saw how absurd Stealth Mission could have been last time. I think that card's just great. Could also just let us assassinate Ral at some point. Or Angrath. Might have been worth it to just assassinate Ral right there. Doesn't feel super good, though. Alright, they're attacking with both the Menace creatures just to make sure Kasman is dead. There's no point in blocking unless I really want to kill one of these creatures. This could be really risky. So if I block the 5/5, if they have nothing, I get to kill it. They do have 3 cards in hand. But the Crocodile has hexproof, so it would have to be something that amasses at instant speed. I feel like the amount of cards that do that is pretty slim. Like amassing at instant speed. I can definitely kill the 4/2 without losing the Crocodile. That's... Yeah, literally the only thing that would kill the Crocodile on the 5/5 and not the 4/2 would be something that amasses at instant speed. So it's just like a pump spell. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Regardless, I have learned much.
I know exactly what to do.
Jesus. I feel like literally every amass common amasses at sorcery speed. I don't know for sure, but I feel like the vast majority of amass cards are sorcery speed, but not the rare one. Not the rare one. That feels real bad. Alright, let's see. 8, 9 mana. It's 10 mana with the land, so I get to play Kasmina and Dambreaker. Except then I'm discarding something at random. Find out. Wait, why is their token dead? Oh, because I double blocked it, it still died! Oh my god! Wait, it shouldn't have... Yeah, it should have died. Never mind. But it killed my crocodile, so that was what was important. Sorry, I thought that was gonna amass enough to also save their token.
We are the
Aww. I don't want to lose any of this stuff. Aw, jeez. Well... God dang, it feels so bad. Oh, I wish I'd top decked a land. For once. Just the only time you wish that you top decked. Oh my god, my thing's gonna run out. My thing's gonna run out because decisions are way too hard. Keeping the creature. Because they are starting to run out of creatures. Maybe. Hopefully. Possibly. Probably not. They just drew a bunch of cards. Oh, no.
Quantum particles, blah, 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 and you die.
Well, this can't possibly be good. They get commence the endgame and Ral's Outburst back to their hand.
You surprised me. Bold. I like that.
Ooh, we're very dead. We're very dead. Oh, they choose Omnixlus's Cruelty. Alright, fair enough. Oh, yeah, no, they get 4 cards back because they doubled it. Oh, Jesus. Holy jeez. Well... things aren't looking so hot. If I use Kasmina, I have to just mill myself to get a 2-2. I don't actually even really want a 2-2 that bad right now. Their hand is stacked. Double Obnixlus's Cruelty, Ral's Outburst, Jaya's Greeting. They can double up with Ral. Oh! Oh boy. I think my only hope at this point... my only hope at this point is that they're very stupid and choose to double commence the endgame. And then maybe they mill out. Maybe.
Feel the fury of the tempest.
Throughout this game. Like, I don't think... you don't double commence the endgame unless you know you're gonna kill me. Alright, they double Obnixlus. I mean, I guess they only go down to... they have 5 cards left in library. There's still some time. Yeah, that'd probably still be worth it, because then they'd have like a 15-15 zombie army or something. Alright, well, she's dead. That's for sure. But what do I want to kill? Let's kill the 4-2.
Seek out others then.
I mean, now they just get to Jaya's greeting my Dawnbreaker, but they could have done that next turn with Ral, just minusing him again. I think I have to just hope that, like, somehow they just don't have a way to end this. But they do. They have 2 damage a turn minimum. And whenever they amass, they're going to have like 1,000,000 damage a turn.
It's easy. Quantum particles, blah, blah, blah.
They could do 6 to me with Ral's Outburst. Alright, here comes double commence the endgame. Going for it, down to 4 cards in library. If I had Ashiok in my deck, I could cast it and kill them. This is one of those games. I'd definitely take Ashiok out of the sideboard for this matchup. Just surprise, gotcha. Surprise, no library left. Got a spider. Yeah. But it means we're not dead. Possibly. Oh wait, no, we're still dead because all their creatures have menace. So it doesn't matter. But like, it's a spider. Big spider, let's go. No, don't do 4 to my spider! What are you doing? No! Sad. You know, I feel like with the way that they've played for most of this game, it feels like they just haven't noticed that all their creatures have menace. Just from some of the stuff they did earlier, but that's okay. Ooh. Well, I think I'm in love with this format. This is genuinely incredible. I am so excited to jump right back into it. This is...
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Let's just see what we get in the bonus packs here. Towards my collection. Teferi is definitely a great one to get.
I'll taste your neck. You'll taste my blade.
Sorin as well. I'll take any planeswalker, any rare or mythic planeswalker. I'm happy about it. I am really looking for Nicol Bolas, though. This is just a rare, unfortunately, so it's not going to be Bolas, but he's my favorite. Let's see what we got. Parhelion 2, Electric Boogaloo. That card is hilarious. It's 1,000,000 mana, but if it ever happens, you just steamroll the universe. Oh my god. Alright, well thank you everybody so much for watching. This format is super awesome, and I'm very excited to play more, so I'll definitely be back very soon with more War of the Sparks sealed. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.